My dear children, today I am going to teach you 23rd chapter of your social study. The name of the chapter is Farmers and Farming. ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯣꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯗꯤꯁꯒꯤ ꯆꯦꯞꯇꯔ ꯅꯝꯕꯔ 23ꯗ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯐꯥꯔꯃꯔꯁ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯐꯥꯔꯃꯤꯡ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯆꯦꯞꯇꯔꯁꯦ ꯅꯩꯅꯁꯤꯀꯣ. I know that the work a person does to earn money is his or her occupation. But what is the occupation of the people who live in villages? What work do they do? So here, this girl, she said, she know that the work a person does in order to earn money is his or her occupation. But what is the occupation of the people, those who are living in the villages? What work they used to do? ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯥ ꯁꯤꯁꯤꯗ ꯅꯨꯄꯤ ꯃꯆꯥꯁꯤꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯨꯕꯗ ꯃꯍꯥꯛꯅ ꯈꯪꯉꯤ. ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯈꯪꯕꯗꯣ ꯃꯥꯅ that the work a person does to earn money is his or her occupation. ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯃꯤ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯄꯩꯁꯥ ꯇꯥꯟꯕꯁꯦ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯊꯕꯛꯇꯨꯕꯨ occupation ꯀꯧꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ, ꯁꯤꯟꯐꯝ ꯀꯧꯕꯅꯤ. ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒꯗꯤ what is the occupation of the people who live in villages? ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯗꯤ ꯈꯨꯡꯒꯪꯗ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯟꯐꯝꯁꯦ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ? ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯩꯁꯥ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯥꯜꯂꯤꯒꯦ? What work do they do? ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯇꯧꯏ? ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗꯅꯤꯀꯣ. Agriculture provides us with nearly all our food. See, boys, we know that in villages, most of the people, they depend on agriculture. So agriculture provides us with nearly all our food. Half of the world's population is involved in agriculture and activities related to agriculture. So half of the world total population is involved in agriculture and its allies means and other activities which are related to agriculture. Nearly 1/3 of the Earth's land area is used for agriculture. So 1/3 of the Earth's land area, it is used for agriculture. Agriculture habdi low habni kwangangsa. Low na kaidawi provides us with nearly all our food. Low na koida दरकार हुईबा चिंजाक हाइतारेको. हुई चिंजाक से हुजिकी agriculture दी लाकनी. Half of the world's population is involved in agriculture and activities related to agriculture. अदुदी half of the world's population, पृथ्वी की ओइना half मियोइसिंगसे मोइगी सिनफमसे मरुइना हाइतारगदी करिनो हाइतारगदी agriculture निको. Agriculture हुजिकी लो बुदुनी and activities related to agriculture aduga लो बुगा मरि लेनबा अदुगुम्बा थबुक्तुननी को. Nearly 1/3 of the Earth's land area is used for agriculture. 1/3 saruk ohum thukpagi ama haitare ko ꯆꯥꯎꯔꯥꯛꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯅꯤꯌꯔꯂꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯆꯥꯎꯔꯥꯛꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯀꯪꯐꯥꯜꯒꯤ ꯁꯔꯨꯛꯁꯦ ꯑꯥꯔꯠꯁꯂꯦꯟ ꯑꯦꯔꯤꯌꯥ ꯁꯤꯁꯤꯗ ꯅꯤꯌꯔꯂꯤ 1/3 ꯁꯔꯨꯛ ꯑꯍꯨꯝ ꯊꯣꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯑꯃꯁꯦ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯕꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯗ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯑꯦꯒ꯭ꯔꯤꯀꯜꯆꯔꯗ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏꯕꯅ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯩ. Farming in India. Let us see here farming in our country India. India da farming tawse hojiki lubse si matangda yengasi. In India, more than half of the people live in villages. So in our country India, more than half of the people, they are living in villages. Their main occupation is farming. So I already told you earlier, the main occupation of the people, those who are living in villages, their main occupation is farming. There are various kinds of farmers in India. So in our country, we have various kinds of farmers. In India, we Bharat, more than half of the people live in villages. ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯚꯥꯔꯠꯇ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯛꯇ ꯇꯪꯈꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯏ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯈꯨꯡꯒꯪꯗ ꯂꯩ. ꯄꯣꯄꯨꯂꯦꯁꯟꯁꯦ ꯍꯥꯐꯇꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯍꯦꯟꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯄꯣꯄꯨꯂꯦꯁꯟꯁꯦ ꯈꯨꯡꯒꯪꯗ ꯂꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ. Their main occupation is farming. ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯨꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯁꯤꯟꯐꯝꯗꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯐꯥꯔꯃꯤꯡꯅꯤꯀꯣ, ꯂꯧ ꯎꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ. There are various kinds of farmers in India. ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯚꯥꯔꯠꯇ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ ꯃꯈꯜꯒꯤ farmers kaya marum lay. Some farmers have very small farms. They grow crops only to meet their own needs. Such farmers are called marginal or subsistence farmers. They use traditional methods of farming. So, some farmers in our country have very small farms. They are very poor. They grow crops in order to meet their own needs, means in order to satisfy their own family members. Such farmers are called marginal or subsistence farmers. So these farmers are known as marginal or subsistence farmers. They use traditional methods of farming, and these farmers, they use traditional methods. Traditional methods means whether it's spade, or that means a pair of bullock and plough, like that, that means old fashion, okay, all method or model they were using. Or that means at present also we find that means this type of farming, it is practicing in some part of our India. Some farmers have very small farms. ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯤ ꯂꯧꯃꯤ ꯈꯔ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩ, ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯂꯧꯁꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ small farms, ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯤꯛꯄ ꯂꯧ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ farms ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯩ. farms ꯁꯤꯗꯗꯤ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯃꯔꯨ ꯃꯔꯥꯡ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ, ꯑꯗꯨ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯅ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ ꯏꯟꯖꯥꯡ ꯅꯥꯄꯤ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ, ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯐꯧ ꯆꯦꯡ ꯃꯗꯨ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗꯣ ꯊꯥꯔꯒ ꯃꯥ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯗꯣꯏꯅꯦꯕ, ꯄꯨꯟꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯃꯌꯨꯝꯁꯦ ꯊꯥꯛꯇꯣꯔꯤꯕꯅꯦꯕ. They grow crops only to meet their own needs. ꯑꯗꯣ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯃꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯐꯥꯔꯝꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯆꯥꯎꯗꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯏ, ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ ꯃꯈꯜꯒꯤ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯣꯞꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯊꯥꯔꯒ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯃꯌꯨꯝꯁꯦ ꯊꯥꯛꯏ. ꯌꯥꯝ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯉꯝꯗꯦ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ, ꯃꯔꯝꯗꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯥꯔꯝꯁꯦ ꯆꯥꯎꯗꯕꯒꯤꯅꯤꯀꯣ. Such farmers are called marginal or subsistence farmers. ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯐꯥꯔꯃꯔꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯀꯧꯔꯤꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯗ marginal or subsistence farmers. They use traditional methods of farming. ꯃꯣꯏꯅꯗꯤ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯗꯤꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯊꯥꯏꯅ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯉꯩꯗ ꯆꯠꯅꯔꯝꯕ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯗꯣ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯔꯒ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯋꯤ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯐꯥꯔꯃꯤꯡ ꯇꯧꯋꯤ ꯊꯥꯏꯅ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯉꯩꯗ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯃꯣꯗꯔꯟ ꯃꯦꯊꯣꯠꯁ ꯃꯦꯆꯤꯟ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯗꯕ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯛꯇꯔ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯗꯕ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯅꯤ ꯂꯥꯡꯒꯣꯜꯅꯦ ꯁꯟ ꯖꯨꯔꯥ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯨꯔꯒ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯂꯧ ꯅꯠꯇꯅ ꯐꯥꯔꯝꯗꯣ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯔꯅꯤ ꯁꯦꯝꯃꯅꯤ ꯁꯦꯝꯃꯒ ꯃꯗꯨꯗ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ ꯃꯈꯜꯒꯤ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯣꯞꯁꯦ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯔꯤꯕꯅꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯗꯤꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯃꯦꯊꯣꯠꯁꯇꯨꯗ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯐꯥꯔꯃꯤꯡ ꯇꯧꯋꯦꯕ. Some farmers do not have their own land. They either work on someone else's land or take a small piece of land on rent. They are called tenant farmers. Now let us see what is tenant farmers. Okay, here boys, some farmers they do not have their own land. They either work on someone else's land. That means they either used to work on others' land or take a small piece of land on rent. That means they used to say, I will that means grow crops here. Then in a year I will pay some amount to you or some crops to you like that. They are called tenant farmers and they are known as tenant farmers. Some farmers do not have their own land. ꯂꯧꯃꯤ ꯈꯔ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯌꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯐꯥꯔꯃꯔ ꯈꯔ ꯂꯩ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯂꯧ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ ꯍꯤꯡꯒꯣꯜ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ ꯂꯩꯇꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯦ. They either work on someone else's land or take a small piece of land on rent. ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗ ꯃꯤ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄꯒꯤ ꯐꯥꯔꯝꯗ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯁꯨꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯁꯨꯔꯒ ꯇꯪꯈꯥꯏ ꯆꯥꯕꯤ 50% ꯄꯣꯠꯊꯣꯛꯁꯦ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯔꯒ ꯃꯄꯨ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯍꯤꯡꯒꯣꯜ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯂꯧꯒꯤ ꯃꯄꯨꯗꯨꯗ ꯇꯪꯈꯥꯏ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯤꯔꯒ ꯇꯪꯈꯥꯏ ꯑꯃ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯂꯧꯁꯤꯟꯗꯣꯔꯤꯕꯅꯤ. ꯑꯣꯔ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯅ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯏ ꯔꯦꯟꯇ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯋꯥꯏꯕ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯄꯩꯁꯥ ꯄꯤꯔꯒ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯅ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯣꯞꯁꯦ ꯂꯣꯛꯄ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯒ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯕꯦꯒ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯄꯤꯔꯅꯤ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯅ ꯃꯣꯟ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯄꯤꯔꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯔꯒ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯐꯥꯔꯝꯁꯨ ꯎꯕ ꯌꯥꯎꯋꯦꯕꯀꯣ. They are called tenant farmers. ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ tenant farmers ꯀꯧꯕꯅꯤ. A few farmers own large farms. They grow crops on a large scale and sell them in the market to earn profit. They use modern machines and methods of farming. They have many workers who work on their farms. Such farmers are called commercial farmers. See, a few farmers are there who have their own large farms. Okay, they have their large farms, and in that large farm they used to grow crops on a large scale. That means huge quantities of crops they used to grow there and sell them in the market to earn profit. As they are, that means producing or growing huge quantities of crops, so they are able to sell them in the market and they used to earn profit. They used to get, that means benefit there. They use modern machines and methods of farming, and these farmers they used to uh, use, that means modern machines like tractor, thresher, etc. Okay, and methods of farming. Their methods of farming is also not, that means traditional one. So scientific method they are applying. They have many workers who work on their farms, and these farmers they have many workers in order to do work on their farms. Such farmers are called commercial farmers, and these farmers are known as commercial farmers. A few farmers own large farms. ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯂꯧꯃꯤ ꯈꯔ ꯑꯃ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ, ꯂꯧꯃꯤ ꯈꯔ ꯑꯃꯒꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯆꯥꯎꯅ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯐꯥꯔꯝꯁꯦ ꯂꯩꯌꯦꯕ. They grow crops on a large scale and sell them in the market to earn profit. ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯗ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯣꯞꯁꯦ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯣꯞꯁꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯍ꯭ꯌꯨꯖ ꯀ꯭ꯋꯥꯟꯇꯤꯇꯤꯗ ꯄꯣꯠꯊꯣꯛ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯑꯦꯕ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ. ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯄꯣꯠꯊꯣꯛꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄꯅꯤꯅ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯏ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯄꯣꯠꯊꯣꯛꯇꯣ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯥꯔꯀꯦꯠꯇ ꯀꯩꯊꯦꯜꯗꯁꯨ ꯌꯣꯟꯕ ꯉꯝꯃꯤ. ꯀꯩꯊꯦꯜꯗ ꯌꯣꯜꯂꯒ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯐꯤꯠꯇꯣ ꯐꯪꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ, ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯕꯁꯦ ꯐꯪꯕꯅꯦꯕꯀꯣ. They use modern machines and methods of farming. ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗ ꯃꯣꯗꯔꯟ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯥꯟꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯒꯤ ꯁꯥꯏꯟꯇꯤꯐꯤꯛ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯒꯤ ꯃꯦꯆꯤꯟ ꯈꯨꯠꯁꯨ ꯈꯨꯠꯂꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯩ. And methods of farming ꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯍꯥꯔ ꯆꯥꯏꯕ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ, ꯀꯦꯃꯤꯀꯦꯜ ꯆꯥꯏꯕ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ, ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯛꯇꯔꯅꯦ, ꯊ꯭ꯔꯦꯁꯔꯅꯦ, ꯁꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯩꯌꯦꯕ. They have many workers who work on their farms. ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯂꯥꯔꯖ ꯐꯥꯔꯝ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤꯁꯦꯀꯣ, ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯏꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯗ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯥꯔꯝꯗꯨꯗꯁꯨ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯁꯨꯅꯅꯕ ꯃꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯌꯦꯕ. ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯁꯨꯏ. Such farmers are called commercial farmers. ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ commercial farmers ꯀꯧꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ. ꯄꯩꯁꯥ ꯇꯥꯟꯕ ꯉꯝꯕ, profit ꯇꯥꯟꯕ ꯉꯝꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ farmers ꯀꯧꯕꯅꯤ. Some farmers raise livestock like sheep, cattle, and cows on their farms. They earn profit by selling animal products. They are called dairy farmers. Some farmers are there who used to raise livestock, who used to rear some animals such as sheep, cattle, and cows on their farms. They earn profit by selling animal products, and this farmer used to sell these animals which they domesticated and earn money. They earn profit by selling animal products. Animal products means say milk from cows, okay, then eggs from hen, like that. They are called dairy farmers, and they are known as dairy farmers. Some farmers raise livestock like sheep, cattle, and cows on their farms. ꯂꯧꯃꯤ ꯈꯔꯅ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯗ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯏ ꯁꯥ ꯁꯟ ꯀꯌꯥꯃꯛꯁꯨ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯌꯣꯛꯏꯑꯕ. ꯁꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ sheepꯅꯦ, ꯀꯦꯇꯜꯅꯦ. sheep ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯎ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤ. ꯀꯦꯇꯜ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯁꯟ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ, ꯏꯔꯣꯏ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ. And cows, ꯁꯟꯕꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ, on their farms. They earn profit by selling animal products. ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯁꯥ ꯁꯟꯗꯒꯤ ꯊꯣꯛꯏꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯊꯣꯛꯁꯦ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯁꯪꯒꯣꯝ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ, ꯑꯃ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ, ꯁꯤꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯌꯣꯜꯂꯒ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯐꯪꯉꯤꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯐꯤꯠ ꯐꯪꯉꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ. They are called dairy farmers. ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯕꯨ dairy farmers ꯀꯧꯏ. Many farmers have mixed farms where they raise a variety of crops and livestock. It is less risky as losses from one product can be covered by profits from other products. They are called mixed farmers. Now let us see mixed farmers again. So many farmers are there who have mixed farms, combination of others, okay, where they used to raise a variety of crops and livestock. So they are not growing, that means a particular, say, crops only, or that means particular animals only, but they used to raise a variety of crops as well as livestock also. It is less risky as losses from one product can be covered by profits from other products. So there is less chances of losses in such type of, you see, farming. Here, if they lose in one product, they will able to covered by profit from others. They can earn money from others. So this type of here that means this type of occupation here it is known as mixed farming. Okay, mixed farming or mixed farmers here. Many farmers have mixed farms where they raise a variety of crops and livestock. ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯂꯧꯃꯤ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯃꯔꯨꯝ ꯂꯩꯌꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯗ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯤꯛꯁ ꯐꯥꯔꯝꯁ ꯇꯧꯋꯦꯕ ꯃꯤꯛꯁ ꯐꯥꯔꯝ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯕꯨ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯗ they raise a variety of crops ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ ꯃꯈꯜꯒꯤ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯣꯞꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯗꯨ ꯊꯥꯏ and livestock ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯁꯥ ꯁꯟꯁꯨ ꯌꯣꯛꯏ. It is less risky as losses from one product can be covered by profits from other products. ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯗꯗꯤ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯗ ꯃꯥꯡꯕꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯆꯥꯟꯁꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯍꯟꯊꯅ ꯂꯩꯌꯦꯕꯀꯣ. ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯃꯔꯣꯝꯗ ꯃꯥꯡꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯁꯨ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯑꯃꯅꯁꯨ ꯐꯨꯀꯠꯄ ꯉꯝꯕ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯐꯤꯠ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯉꯝꯃꯦꯕꯀꯣ. ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕꯕꯨ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯀꯧꯔꯤꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯗ ꯃꯤꯛꯁ ꯐꯥꯔꯃꯔꯁ ꯀꯧꯏ. ꯑꯅꯤꯃꯛ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯁꯥ ꯁꯟꯁꯨ ꯌꯣꯛꯄ ꯁꯣꯝꯗ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯣꯞꯁꯨ ꯊꯥꯕꯁꯦ ꯃꯤꯛꯁ ꯐꯥꯔꯃꯔꯁ ꯀꯧꯏ. Subsistence farmers. Let us discuss about the subsistence farmers. Subsistence or marginal farmers produce food to meet their own need only. They use human labor and basic tools for farming. They rely on low quality seeds due to lack of money. So we have already discussed here this subsistence one. Here you see subsistence or marginal farmers, they used to produce food to meet their own needs only. Okay, that means fulfill their own family members only. They use human labor and basic tools for farming. They use here human labor and, by the way, basic tools for farming. They rely on low quality seeds due to lack of money. As they do not have much money, they are poor generally, so they used to grow crops with low quality seeds because of lacking of money. Subsistence farmers subsistence or marginal farmers produce food to meet their own needs only. Subsistence नत्रगा marginal farmers से मोइना कइदोरगे हाबदुदा produce food to meet their own needs only. मोइना मसा खक्तंगी को मसा मक्की दमक्ता हाबदि मागी family members का मागी दमक्तनी को मोइना होजिकी करिगुंबा crops थायेबा. They use human labor and basic tools for farming. Moina di kaidorge habda haji human labor. Sida machine work natte ko mina thabok suhanba aduga basic hojiki sampot na khoihanba aduga minek tuna low hairgana low penghanba khawhanba yaihanba sigumse mayam se moina tohaleba. They rely on low quality seeds due to lack of money. Moise paisa yam paidabina lairabagi maramna moina kaidawi quality seeds hojiki fodi she natena maru marang ini hojiki less quality oiba dungba seeds se moi thanaiba thaga hojiki crops se thoi. Subsistence farmers are totally dependent on rain because they cannot afford to arrange means of irrigation. Subsistence farmers here, they are totally dependent on rain. Okay, they need to depend on rain. It is because of they cannot afford, that means provide to arrange means of irrigation for supplying water. Okay, irrigation means supplying of water, so they can't arrange it. Too much rain results in flood, and scarcity of rain leads to drought situation. So if there is heavy rainfall, it results in flood. Flood occurred because of heavy rainfall, and scarcity of rain means lack of rain. It leads drought situation. Subsistence farmers are totally dependent on rain because they cannot afford to arrange means of irrigation. Subsistence farmer na kaidorige habduda moina totally karida depend towi hargana nongda nong churaga haziki low se uba aduga nong chudragana adum ngairaga leiba karigino habtaragadi they cannot afford to arrange means of irrigation. Moina ising supply tobugi kanose upay se moida leijidaba haitare पैसासु याम पाइदबना हजिकी सिंगसे लौदी सिंगसे सप्लाई तोगे हासु मै मतो ngamdeba. Too much rain results in flood. Nong yam kana churagana ising chau thoi, and scarcity of rain leads to drought situation. Adigi nong chudragana wat na churagana ko kari toge hajuda hajiki drought situation lekang thoi eba leibakse kaarga leiba hojiki pothoksu phadana thuhandebako pothoksu phadana puthokpa ngamdeba duda. So this flood and drought, these are, that means, very danger for farmers. Seasonal migration. At some places farmers migrate to other farms where farming is done throughout the year. They work as farm laborers there. They come back to their farms in the rainy season. This migration of the farmers is called seasonal migration. Boys, we have learned about this migration, immigration, and that means our earlier chapter. Okay, in the first chapter, like that. So here you see, at some places farmers migrate, means they used to change their residence or their farming to other farms. They used to go to other farms where farming is done throughout the year, where farming can be done in the whole year. They work as farm laborers there. So in that field, they used to work as farm laborers. They come back to their farms in the rainy season. So when there is rainy season, they used to come back to their own farm. This migration of the farmers is called seasonal migration. So such type of migration of the farmers is known as seasonal migration. Most subsistence and tenant farmers are seasonal migrants. So most subsistence and tenant farmers, they are seasonal migrants. Seasonal migration. At some places, farmers migrate to other farms where farming is done throughout the year. ꯑꯗꯨ ꯃꯐꯝ ꯈꯔ ꯂꯩꯀꯣ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯥ ꯃꯗꯨꯗꯗꯤ ꯐꯥꯔꯃꯔꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯧ ꯎꯕ ꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯗ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯐꯝꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯍꯣꯡꯗꯣꯛꯏꯕ ꯃꯥꯏꯒ꯭ꯔꯦꯠ ꯇꯧꯏ ꯇꯨ ꯑꯥꯗꯔ ꯐꯥꯔꯝꯁ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯐꯥꯔꯝꯗ ꯆꯠꯂꯤ ꯀꯗꯥꯏꯗꯅꯣ ꯆꯠꯄꯁꯦ ꯋꯦꯌꯔ ꯐꯥꯔꯃꯤꯡ ꯏꯁ ꯗꯟ ꯊ꯭ꯔꯨ ꯑꯥꯎꯠ ꯗ ꯏꯌꯔ ꯃꯗꯨꯗ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯆꯨꯞꯅ ꯐꯥꯔꯃꯤꯡ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯂꯧ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ ꯍꯤꯡꯒꯣꯜ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯗ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯆꯠꯅꯩꯌꯦꯕ. They work as farm laborers there. ꯑꯗꯨꯗ ꯆꯠꯂꯒ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ mi atopagi farm da tabok suyeba. They come back to their farms in the rainy season. Adigi nongju thada moina masagi farm da mukahalei ko. This migration of the farmers is called seasonal migration. Shumba migration shubu kai go gya do the seasonal migration ko buniko. Most subsistence and tenant farmers are seasonal migrants. Jiki subsistence ne amduga tenant farmers se shishingse seasonal migrants ko buniko. Moishingse seasonal migrants neba. Seasonal migration causes a lot of hardships The children of these farmers cannot go to school, and most of the times they remain uneducated. Seasonal migration, it causes what? A lot of hardship. They are poor. They see here their children, you see here, their children, they cannot go to school, and most of the times they remain uneducated. Uneducated means who is not, that means educated, who is not qualified or getting good education. So seasonal migration causes a lot of hardship. Seasonal migration na kaidawi yamna awaba tahalibako. Madude kaidorge that the children of these farmers cannot go to school. Moy yangang singse school da like tamna ba sat pangamde, and most of the times they remain uneducated. Adigi matamayambada moy singse kaidorge da uneducated like lesu haitana. Ko like lesu haitie moise school chat pangamda adi sumana uneducated oina laibni ko. So that's up to here for today, boys. Thank you all.